When the company is facing a huge amount of pressure, possibly from HMRC, it's very commonplace for the director to think that this is the end, that they should close the company down, make the staff redundant and go into liquidation, and that's their only option. And that's not necessarily the case. I wanted to discuss in this video a company that we've helped. Now, it was a long-established business, it employed a lot of people and in the past had been very successful. Unfortunately, due to various factors, it had accrued very quickly a large amount owed to HMRC in mainly VAT, and that figure stood at £800,000. Now, the company had been trying to repay it. It had entered into various time to pay arrangements with HMRC and never actually kept to them. It was unable to because the amount it was repaying, it was never going to be able to keep to that long term. It was a figure that HMRC sort of enforced on the company, and they felt they had no other option but to accept it. And ultimately, they made maybe one or two payments, failed, the directors became very stressed and felt very trapped, would enter into negotiations with HMRC again and go back on that merry-go-round. And they felt there was no other option, and then they came to me and we discussed the financial situation, what the directors wanted and what they felt was reasonable, what could they stick to in the long term. And then we created a proposal which dealt with the company's financial situation, gave a background as to what's happened to the company and the changes that it's implemented to make sure that it's a successful company going forward. And armed with those proposals, we spoke with HMRC and we discussed it at length with them. Now, as an independent third party, a licensed insolvency practitioner, we were able to talk sensibly with HMRC and explain why the previous payment plans hadn't worked and why this one would. And eventually HMRC did accept our repayment plan. Now, it wasn't easy. There was lots of negotiations and there's lots of backwards and forwards, but we managed it. We kept the director in the loop the entire time. And then I'm pleased to say the repayment plan was accepted and the company is still sticking to it. Now, don't forget it was £800,000 that the company owed, and originally they were asking for huge sums, demanding that it be repaid over 2 years, which is just ridiculous. And the repayment plan that we got accepted was £10,000 per month for the first 12 months. So for 1 year, 10 grand a month. For the second year, it was £15,000 per month for 12 months. So the second year, 15 grand a month. And then the final balance was paid over so it was £20,000 per month. So although it's a long standing arrangement, it goes on for a good few years, the amounts are so low given the size of the company, so he was able to stick to it. And so for the first year of £10,000, that gave the company the breathing space it needed. And HMRC will get paid in full just over a long period of time, but that's better for them as well, because the alternative was liquidation where no one wins. The company shuts down, the staff are made redundant and HMRC wouldn't receive any money. So it was a successful time to pay arrangement. But I just wanted to do this video to show that there are other options. It doesn't mean that because you've already negotiated with HMRC that you then have to go into liquidation. Let us have a try. Let's look at all the other options available. Okay, so if you want to discuss a time to pay arrangement, or if you want to check if you qualify for repayment plan, just get in touch or visit the website. Thank you.